Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nivishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Rase Hari Radha Rase Hari Radha. Jaya Prabhu Pada, Prabhu Pada, Prabhu Pada, Jai Prabhu Pada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनतीरा वनचारी यमुनतीरा वनचारी जय राधमाधव कुञ्ज बिहारी जय राधमाधव कुञ्ज बिहारी जय गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनतीरा वनचारी यमुनतीरा वनचारी जय राधमाधव कुञ्ज बिहारी जय राधमाधव कुञ्ज बिहारी जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्रीमदे श्री भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की नमः। हृदय ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री द्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्णा गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंडादा कुंडगिरि गोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा धाम की मायापुर धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगामय की यमुनामय की तुलसी महारानी की शिला प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल प्रोग्राम की श्री श्री राधा रास बिहारी ललिता विशाखा की श्री श्री सीताराम नरसिम्हन की श्री श्री गौर निताई की शिला प्रभुपाद की गौर प्रेमानंदी ऑल ग्लोरीज टू assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Yeah, 10th canto, chapter 1, 34 verse. One point 34. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। साउंड कम में लगता है। Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. Charge is not there? I think उसका चार्जर भाई इसमें अंदर है, देखो. यही है ना? हाँ? ये लोग अन्ना मल्लन्ना हरे कृष्ण. हाँ अभी ठीक है. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10, Canto 10, Chapter 1, text number 34. Pati pragrahinam kamsam abhasahar shariravad asyastvam astamo garbho hantayam vahase buddha. Pati pragrahinam kamsam abhasyaha shariravad asyastvam astamo garbho hantayam vahase buddha. Pati pragrahinam kamsam abhasya shariravad asyastvam astamo garbho hantayam vahase buddha. बोलो. Chant.
पति प्रग्रहीणं कौसम दासा शरीरवा अष्टमो गर्भो हन्तायां वसे बुधो. प्रग्रहीणं कंसं वस्याः शरीरवाक् अस्यास्त्वामस्तनो गर्भो हन्तायां वहसे बुधा.
Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. While Kamsa, controlling the reins of the horses, was driving the chariot along the way, an unembodied voice addressed him, "You foolish rascal, the eighth child of the woman you are carrying will kill you." Purport. The omen spoke of Ashtamo Garbhaha, referring to the eighth pregnancy, but did not clearly say whether the child was to be a son or a daughter. Even if Kamsa were to see that the eighth child of Devaki was a daughter, he should have no doubt that eighth child was to kill him. According to Vishwakosha dictionary, the word Garbha means embryo and also Arbaka or child. Kamsa was affectionate towards his sister and therefore he had become the chariot driver to carry her and his brother in law to their home. The demigods, however, did not want Kamsa to be affectionate towards Devaki, and therefore, from an unseen position, they encouraged Kamsa to offend her. Moreover, the six sons of Marichi had been cursed to take birth from the womb of Devaki, and upon being killed by Kamsa, they would be delivered. When Devaki understood that Kamsa would be killed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who would appear from her womb, she felt great joy. The word Vahase is also significant because it indicates that the ominous vibration condemned Kamsa for acting just like a beast of burden by carrying his enemy's mother. Om Jnanatimrindasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Bhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Karamahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Lalita Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Chaitanya Devam Shri Rama Krishna Pada Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Krishnanuste Devi Pranami Hari Priye Acha Kitanam Kamebhyo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. कितने माला हो गया इस टाइम उनको पहना दो हाँ क्या हो गया हरे कृष्णा Today, from today onwards, we will have some classes on Krishna's pastimes. Today, we will have the introduction to Krishna's Janma today. So, there are the secret that is known to only Gaudiya Vaishnavas is that Krishna took birth in two places, right? One Krishna is called Vasudev Krishna. He is born to Vasudeva and Devaki, and then Nandanandan Krishna is born to Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mata. This is described in Gopal Champu, a great literature written by Sri Jiva Goswami. There is a very great king by name Devamidha. Devamidha is married to one wife, Kshatriya, another wife, Vaishya, third wife, Sudrani. So, Kshatrani's son was Surasena, and Vaishya's Jati's son was Parjanya, and Sudrani's son was Ugrasena and Devaka. So this Parjanya, even though he's a coward man, so the Mathura state was given to Ugrasena and all. And this Vraj is given to Vrindavan, or Mahavan bolte the. They used to live in Mahavan. So there, Parjanya, he was the king of all the gopas and the gopis and the cows, and then managing the cows. This Parjanya is a very great personality. He is equal to Indra in fame. He is equal to Bhishma Dev in determination. So he is full of all good qualities. Just like Parjanya means cloud. The clouds give happiness by pouring out water in the rainy season. Srila Prabhupada writes in Krishna book that the people who suffered from scorching heat, they get relief by the clouds raining, giving rains. In the same way, people who are suffering due to the scorching heat of material life, material suffering, they get relief when Krishna appears in this world. That is the significance of Krishna is compared to the clouds. Also every day we sing Samsara Davanalla. Supreme Brahman is described in 5 stages of happiness. Listen carefully. Priya, Amoda, Pramoda, Ananda, and Brahman. Bolo. Priya, Amoda, Pramoda, Ananda, and Brahman. In the same way, Devamidha, this Parjanya gave birth to 5 great sons. Right? Their names were Upananda, Abhinanda, Nanda, Sananda, Nandana. Note down. Huh? Upananda, Abhinanda, Nanda, Sananda, and Nandana. Okay? Bolo, who will tell the names? Please remember, they are great personalities. Upananda, Abhinanda, Nanda, Sananda, Nandana. It is the will of providence that Upananda, the eldest son, was addressed as Upananda, and the middle son was named as Nanda. Upananda means assistant to Nanda, right? Huh? Yeah, deputy. Like that. So all the 5 sons, they were giving great happiness to all the people, just like Brahman gives happiness to people. The stages of happiness: Priya, Amoda, Pramoda, Ananda, and Brahman. When Parjanya, he was becoming old, he wanted to retire from family life and take to worship of Lord Govinda. That is why he has decided to give up his rule of the Mahavan and give it the kingdom to rule to his eldest son Upananda. Upananda, then they held a meeting. All the cowherd men and women, they have assembled. आप ऐसा क्लास डिस्टर्ब नहीं कर सकते हैं. So everybody was expecting that Upananda will become the king of the cowards, but he had other ideas. So this will happen only among the society of devotees or society of pure devotees. They fight. Just like, of course, Lord Ramchandra, Bharat, they were fighting. You become the king, you become the king. Right? So we will fight. I want to become king, I want to become king. Right? But they were actually fighting. So Upananda said, everything is dependent on, we are all dependent on affection. Affection depends on qualities, and then qualities depend on fitness of a person. I presume that my younger brother Nanda, He is fully fit, fully fit to rule our village. Because, please note down, remember, in general, people want their own worship, right? Their own worship. And they have desire to gratify their own senses, and they want name and fame, and they want that everybody should worship them. But our Nanda is so glorious that he has desire to give happiness to others by worshipping others. He has no desire to. So all opposite to our thought process, right? To our thought process. So Upananda said, let Nanda become the king of the Vraja. I will be assisting him. That is why the providence has made you to give me the name Upananda. Is it clear? So, when then Nanda Maharaj, he became the king of the Vraja, and then another very great cowherd man, Sumukha, he gave his daughter, a glorious daughter, Mother Yashoda Rani, to who? Nanda Maharaj. Yashoda is full of all good qualities. Whoever came in contact with Yashoda, they also got her qualities. Right? She was giving happiness to everybody. Before Parjanya retired to Vanaprastha life, Nanda Maharaj approached Parjanya. He asked some very beautiful questions. Please remember, not simply note down. He asked, what is the cause of fear? Parjanya replied, karma. Right? When we perform karmas, Prabhupada writes that invariably we commit sinful activities. Because of that, we have to undergo suffering. So what is the cause of fear? Karma. The next question was, what is the shelter? So Parjanya replied, Devotional service to the Lord, bhakti to the Lord is the shelter. Then the third question was, what is the most cherished object in this world? Parjanya replied, devotees of the Lord is the most cherished object in this world. Then he asked, what is Ananda? What is happiness? He replied, Krishna Prema is happiness. Right? Today morning I was narrating one nice pastime. When Krishna is born, is so beautiful, is so beautiful. Mother Yashoda, she was unable to turn off her eyes. One day, Krishna is sleeping. Some of you have experience. Children when they are asleep, they look very beautiful. Sometimes they smile, they get some dreams and all that. So mother, father, they enjoy, अरे देखो, मुस्कुरा रहा है. And then they click photographs and all that stuff. So Krishna is sleeping, and then Mother Yashoda is admiring the beauty of Krishna. Oh, mera lala itna sundar hai, mera lala itna sundar hai. So out of happiness, Ananda Bashpa, the tears rolled down from her eyes. So some of the tears fell on the cheeks of Krishna. So he woke up. Krishna asked, Ma, why are you crying? He said, Beta, I am not crying. They are tears of happiness. Right? They are tears of happiness. Then Krishna said, I also want tears of happiness. I want. Then Maya Yashoda said, you can't have. He said, why? You don't have punya like I have. You need to have punya to enjoy your beauty. Right? Like that. That is real Ananda, Krishna Prema. That is why once Mother Yashoda decorated Krishna very nicely. And then Krishna was crawling. Then he was sitting in front of a pillar. And the pillar was studded with the diamonds and jewels and all. He saw his own reflection. Then Krishna started crying. So Maya Yashoda asked, Lala, why are you crying? So no, I want him. He is looking so beautiful. Maya Yashoda said, you can't have. Once Krishna was eating butter, then he saw his own reflection. He was stealing butter and he was. Then he saw his own reflection, and that reflection is also eating butter. Then Maya Yashoda saw, Lala, what are you doing? He said, see, Ma, this boy, he is actually stealing butter. Like that. Beat him. Like that. Anyway, so Maya Yashoda, what are the 4 questions? Number 1, what is the cause of fear? What is the answer? Karma. What is the shelter? Bhakti. Then, what is the most cherished object in the world? Devotees of the Lord. Then, what is Ananda? Huh? Krishna Prema. So, under his rule, all the people, they were very happy. The Nandagam became very, very opulent. The cows are giving milk abundantly. The land is giving grains abundantly. People are very, very happy. But one thing was bothering them. Nanda and Yashoda, they didn't have a child for a long time. So, what did they do? All the Vrajavasis, they were actually performing sacrifices, to beget a child. But even though the Brahmanas are pure, the ingredients were pure, the place was pure, everything was perfect, but still Nanda and Yashoda, they are not having a son. Why? Because one day Nanda Maharaj, he was speaking to Nandrani, Yashoda, saying that everybody, all our well-wishers, they were actually performing sacrifices so that we'll get a child. But I don't want to have a son through this kind of sacrifices, because I see a very beautiful bluish black boy with eyes like lotus petals, playing on your lap. So, how can such a beautiful boy take birth who is almost equal to Narayana? That how can such a boy can be had through ordinary pious sacrifices? This is a very significant statement by Nanda Maharaj. You cannot get Krishna through pious activities. Right? So previously, he said, so I don't want to, so that is why, even though during Sankalpa time, I am not showing so much interest. So that's why their sacrifices are not becoming successful. Maybe we can switch off the AC, right? Feeling cold. Then Mother Yashoda, she said, yes, I also have the same feeling. I also see a very beautiful boy, crawling in our courtyard. Very beautiful, unimaginably beautiful. So, I am also thinking in the same way, that how can I have such a son through material pious sacrifices? Right? Then they are wondering, what should we do? What should we do? Then Mother Yashoda suggested that we should perform Dwadasi Vrat. Dwadasi Vrat. So Ekadasi Vrat in scriptures is known as Dwadasi Vrat. क्या हुआ? एसी ऑफ कर दिया? एसी ऑफ कर देना. ऑफ है ना? Then they were wondering. Then one day, Lord Narayana came in the dream of both Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yashoda. Then he has assured them that, my dear devotees, please, why you are lamenting? Your desire to have a very wonderful son will be very soon fulfilled. Right? Then Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda both were discussing about their dream because simultaneously they got the same dream. ऐसा कभी नहीं होता है ना? Both husband and wife having the same dream. Then, so in that way, it started. Then after performing Dwadasi Vrat for 1 year, that means 12 Ekadasis, right? For 1 year, 24 Ekadasis. They had a very beautiful experience where Krishna appeared in the heart of Nanda Maharaj. And then Nanda Maharaj, from the heart of Nanda Maharaj, Krishna is transferred to Mother Yashoda's heart and then the womb. Then everybody understood that Nanda Maharaj and all understood that now we are going to become parents of a beautiful boy. Their desire is going to be fulfilled. So that is one part of story. Some of you might have heard first time, right? How many of you heard this pastime first time? First time? अच्छा लगा? Interesting? That is one part. So usually people don't know this pastime because it's not described in Bhagavatam. Then other part is there where Mother Earth went to Brahmaji because she was overburdened. When Lord Nishingadev killed so many demons, right? Then all those demons, they have taken birth as the Kshatriyas in Dwapar Yuga. And some of those, in Bhavishya Purana it is mentioned that all the demons who are not killed by Lord Krishna, they took birth as Vedic scholars. Not Vedic, scholars in India. Right? So Brahmin family, so some of the Brahmins were actually, they were demons in the Dwapar Yuga. Right? Anyway, so in this way, Mother Earth became overburdened. Like last week we have studied how Parshuram, during Parshuram's time also, Kshatriyas became very inimical towards Brahmanas. So that's why they needed to be killed. That is why, so Mother Earth said, I can take the burden of any number of people, but two kinds of people, I cannot take their weight. Who can tell? Huh? No, she said other me people I can take care. But two kinds of people, one who lies, ungrateful. Very good. Kritagna. Who are they? Kritagna. And liars. That's why Srila Prabhupada used to call lawyers as liars. I hope no lawyer is here. One day, I was speaking in Vidhi's Sushil's house. I was blasting some doctors. Then I said, I hope. Then I hope no doctor is sitting here. Huh? Which doctor? Homeopathy. Huh? And then one surgeon was sitting. He was so upset. I had to pacify him. I was joking. Who is a doctor? You know who is a doctor? One who cures you with his pills and kills you with his bills. Who is a nurse? Nurse is the one who wakes you up to give you sleeping pill. Anyway. So Mother Earth got very overburdened. She went to Brahmaji. Here you remember Brahmaji. If she had gone to Brahmaloka, then everything would have been all the time lapse is very great, right? So Prabhupada says Brahmaji has a branch office on Meru Parvat. So sometimes he sits in Meru Parvat office, right? There she went. So Brahmaji, even though he is a very powerful and great personality, he said, I am not capable of solving your problem. Come, let us go to Lord Shiva. So when they went to Lord Shiva, then they said, Lord Shiva also considered. Then he said, I cannot solve this problem. Then Mother Earth, Lord Shiva, and Brahmaji, and all the other demigods, everybody went to the shore of Milk Ocean in Svetadvip. Right? Milk Ocean. So Mother Earth, then they all went and then they prayed. So a prayer called Purusha Shukta prayer. Right? Purusha Shukta prayer. Sahasra Sirsha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapad Sabhumim Vishvato Vritva Atyatishta Dashangulam. Right? This is very beautiful. So, just consider this. Brahmaji, Lord Shiva, all the demigods, they went to Milk Ocean. They did not get the darshan of the Lord. So Prabhupada says, it is not easy to get darshan of the Lord, even for great personalities like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, whenever they want. Whenever, right? Whenever Krishna wants, to whomever Krishna wants, he will give darshan to them only. Right? By our own efforts, we cannot see Krishna, even if it is Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma. Such personality of Godhead, who is not visible even to the great demigods, such personality of Godhead came down, then he gave free darshan to everybody. Right? That is Krishna. So Krishna, it is said that in Vishwanath Chakravarti says, whoever came in contact with Krishna, they all got liberated. That is why Prabhupada defined Mukunda. Mukunda means what? Huh? Mukunda means mu means mukti. Ku means all bad things. Kumati, all ku means, Kumati, like that. So all obnoxious things is represented by the word ku. And then mu represents mukti. One who gives liberation from all obnoxious things is called Mukunda. So that is why whoever came in contact with Krishna, they all got liberated. That is the speciality of Krishna's appearance on this world. So that is, it's very special. And then it's more special than Lord Krishna was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anyway, then all this Brahmaji, in his meditation, he got message. He received a message that the Lord, that Lord told him that, my dear Brahma, my dear Mother Earth, I already know the problem of Mother Earth. I have decided to appear with all my potencies, right? With all my potencies. So then he ordered that all the demigods and the demigoddesses, they should take birth to assist me in my pastimes in Vrindavan, Mathura and Dwarka. So, Prabhupada writes a very beautiful purport that devotees who have not completed their devotional service, they will go to heavenly planets and enjoy their sense, whatever little desires are left out, there they will enjoy there. From there, Prabhupada says that wherever Krishna is performing pastimes, they will go there and take birth there and take part in those pastimes. And they get completely purified. And then from there, they will go back to Godhead. Usually they say that, we should make sure that, we should not go to heavenly planets and all that. But sometimes, it's not that, all the demigods they only enjoy. Those people who take birth on heavenly planets, because of pious karmas, they will only enjoy, they don't perform any devotional service. But devotees who are practicing devotees, but somehow they could not finish and they have some material desires left out. And then they will go to heavenly planets, they enjoy a little bit, but from there, they take birth again and to assist Krishna. So, many times I mentioned this. It is not just, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself told in Chaitanya Bhagavat that the Dobi who met Krishna on the streets of Mathura, he has performed austerities and penances for 10 million lifetimes. 10 million lifetimes, 1 crore lifetimes. Then only he got a chance to have a mulakat with Krishna for a few minutes. And then that fellow spoiled it. Right? Dobi, Krishna told that Dobi, do service to me, give the clothes to me. Rascal, impudent fellows, these clothes are meant for Kamsa. How dare you ask? Then what did Krishna do? Huh? What did he do? Huh? With his finger he cut his head. With his finger. That is why we have distributed those stickers. I am an eternal servant of Krishna. Right? So always remember and then aspire to be. Remember, and then read Prabhupada books on a regular basis so that Prabhupada is pounding on upon all of us that you are an eternal servant of Krishna. You must render service to Krishna. You must render service to Krishna. Then, whenever some opportunity comes, we should render service to Krishna and his devotees in the temple outside. So it is a very, very important aspect, because that Dobi, even though he had performed so many austerities for so many lifetimes, he did not have the knowledge that he should render service to Krishna. Is it clear? Anyway, Krishna ordered everybody. There is in Mahabharata, there is a list of all the people who are all taken birth, a complete list, who is who in their previous life. Even our Dhritarashtra, he was a Gandharva. One Gandharva took birth like that. Then various people's names are there. Shantanu, anyway, so many. Complete list is there. Kali Purush took birth as Duryodhan. Dwapar Purush took birth as Shakuni. And Vishwadevas have taken birth as Draupadi's sons. Chandra, Soma's son, has taken birth as Abhimanyu, Varchasa something. Like that. And then Draupadi is Swargalakshmi. Everybody's names are there. Complete list is there. Who is who in the last life. All the demigods. Yama Dharmaraj took birth partial. Yudhishthira Maharaj, and some portion, Vidura. Like that. Indra is Arjuna. Like that. Everybody took birth to assist Krishna. Then some people have taken birth in the Vraj. Some people have taken birth in Mathura, and then some people have taken birth near Dwarka. Later on, Dwarka city was made, but near to the Dwarka. All that. So they were helping Krishna in that way. Then one day, Devaki was married to Vasudev. Right? So that verse that we have put it up. Pati Pragrahanam Kamsam. Kamsa, out of great affection for his sister. She was a cousin sister, not real sister, cousin, Chacha's Beti. So, as soon as he started, he told the Sarthi that you get down, I will drive myself. Right? I will drive myself. So you get off. But as soon as he was supposed to drive the chariot, then this Akashvani, Abhasha Asharir Vak, Akashvani declared that, oh rascal, and nobody looked up, only Kamsa looked up. But because there was only one rascal. Right? Said, what happened? Asyaste Astama Garbha. The eighth, the embryo, Akashvani did not mention, whether it is a male child or girl child. He said, only very cleverly declared that Astama Garbha, eighth, child, will kill you. And immediately right? I hope all of you know why. So Kamsa immediately left the reins of the chariot, right? Then immediately he caught hold of her hair, then with left hand, and then with right hand, he took out the sword to cut off the head of Mother Devaki. Why no Akashvani has to do it, right? Akashvani has put Devaki's life at the risk, right? Who will tell? You will tell, doctor? Why? Why Akashvani has to do that? Hmm? You will tell? Yeah. Ah. The Devatas, they did not want Kamsa to serve a pure devotee, because whoever serves a pure devotee, that Krishna becomes Reni, obliged to such a person. Then if Kamsa kills, does some service to Devaki, then Krishna will not be able to kill Kamsa, because he becomes obliged to Kamsa. That is why they wanted to prevent Kamsa from serving Devaki, a pure devotee of the Lord. After some time, I will tell a very interesting pastime where Rishabhasur, he is also a devotee of the Lord. The Lord, there is a huge fight between the Lord and the Rishabhasur. Then the Lord said, "Arey, mar jao yaar." Then the Lord asked, you take some benediction, then die, Then that Rishabha is said, in future you are going to stay here as Venkateshwar. This hill should be known as Rishabhachal, after my name. So in a Satyuga, that hill is known as Rishabhachal. Later, now it is called Venkatachal or Seshachal. But in each yuga, that hills have got a different name. Like in Treta Yuga, it is known as Anjanadri. Right? In Dwapar Yuga, it is known as Sheshachal. See, in Kali Yuga, it is known as Venkatachal. Like that. So that is interesting. So Krishna had a problem killing demons, in previously, who are his devotees. Who are his devotees? So, so it is mentioned in the scriptures that this human form of life is very precious. We should not be ready to be killed by unnecessarily, or one should not commit suicide, because Durlabham Manusham Janma, right? Very difficult to get a human form of life. That is why Prabhupada says, Neha Bikramna Sosti Pratyavaho Na Vidyate Salpam Apiyasya Dharmasya Trayate Mahato Bhayat. What is this Mahato Bhayat? I forgot your name. Gauranga. Huh? What is the greatest danger in our life? Neha Vikram Nasasti Pratyavaho na vidyate Swalpam apyasya dharmasya Trayato Mahato Bhayat. Santosh, what is the greatest bhaya? Yeah, greatest bhaya is that we may fall into lower species of life. Suppose, just imagine somebody becomes a tree, right? Then, अब कितना 20 लाख, right? Species for trees, 2 lakhs. There are 20 lakhs, right? There are 20 lakhs types of tree species. Suppose somebody becomes a tree, so that soul has to undergo 20 lakhs births again. All the species. Then they come up, crawling creatures. Again, all the crawling creatures. Then all, it's a big cycle. Just imagine all these film actresses showing their bodies. Huh? The role demands, they say, it's what? If you go to beach, you will not, bathe with sarees. They ask like that, right? If you actually go and see, they bathe with the sarees only. Jew beach you go. They don't pay. So they want to do all nonsense, right? And then those ladies who show their bodies on the screen and all otherwise also, they will become not only women, men also. They will become trees in the next life. Just imagine their condition. But if they do render service to Krishna, then Krishna says, even little bit of service to me will save them from the greatest danger. So, this human form of life, so Prabhupada writes that the first law of universe is self-preservation. Self-preservation. In order to save one family, one can give up one person. In order to save some caste or whatever, one can give up, one family. In order to save one village, one can give up, one group of caste people. In order to save a district, one can give up a village. Right? In order to save one city, one can give up a district. Right? In order to save the world, one can give up the one country. And then in order to save oneself, one can give up the whole world. So this human form of life is so precious.
What was the last line? One can give up one word.
To save oneself. These words are spoken by Vidura because he said when Duryodhana was born, he advised Dhritarashtra to kill this boy. Then he quoted this verse. Anyway, one should not simply die, it's all karma hai. So Prabhupada says, as much as possible, as much as your intelligence allows, you must try to save your body, from dying. Because this body is meant for practicing Krishna consciousness. right? In this human form of life only, we get a chance to practice Krishna consciousness. So we should not let this body die, so easily. That is why Vasudev, he has actually started praising Kamsa. You are the glory of Bhojavamsha. Right? He was praising him. Shlaganiya, you are praiseworthy. Right? And it's in the group, it is a saying, right? मजबूरी में टाइम आया तो गधे को भी बाप बनाना पड़ता है, राइट? मजबूरी का नाम महात्मा गांधी, ऐसा ऐसा बोलते हैं, राइट? मजबूरी, सो क्या करेगा? सो दैट इज वाई ही स्टार्टेड प्रेजिंग, राइट? So we'll stop here. We'll do some kirtan. Shankar has come to collect Kalash donations. Forms. He's with the forms. So all those who want to donate, take the form.
For Bhairav Mataji, she needs a Kalash.
Who is going?
Question answers.
Yeah. Any questions? Yeah. Ugrasen, yeah.
So how they become kings?
Today morning he was saying, because Surasena is not eligible for becoming king or something like that. So that is why Ugrasena had to become king, because Devamida could not become king. Parjanya, some reason must be there. Just like if there is no one, what to do. Sursena cannot become king, something like that. Anyone else? Any other? Okay? We'll do kirtan. So, 26th Saturday, we are starting Julan Yatra. Then also we have Dvaja Arohan also. So please come, Julan Yatra, take part. It's a very great, joyous festival. From 26th to 31st, I think. 26th to 31st is the Julan Yatra festival. Balram Purnima. Okay? Chalo. So those who are not sponsoring Janmashtami Kalash, everybody should sponsor at least Prabhupada Kalash. Okay? Prabhupada Kalash is 7,000 rupees. Okay. So we want to organize our congregation, our program, all those people who are attending. So we are introducing a Prabhupada shelter program. What is that? Huh? You can put it on screen. Prabhupada shelter. It's called Ashraya, Prabhupada Ashraya program. Right? All of you register. Some of you are already, anyway, initiated. So those who are coming new and started practicing and all. So those who are chanting at least one round, right? They will, level 1, right? Level 1 is Shraddhavan. They will get a certificate, they have to sign. So they will chant one round at least, right? And they must read, I think, Path of Perfection. Which book? Which book? Level 1, no book?
Level 1, no book.
Okay. Then level 2, Sevak. One who chants minimum 4 rounds. And then they have to read 2 books, Beyond Birth and Death and Path of Perfection. There will be an exam for them. Those who are chanting 4 rounds, they must read these 2 books very thoroughly, Beyond Birth and Death and Path of Perfection. Then once they study, they finish, then they will go to next level. That is level 3, one who chants at least minimum 8 rounds. And then they have to, what is Beyond Birth and Death then? Perfect questions, sorry. Perfect questions, perfect answers. Huh? These 2 books, one must read thoroughly, then there will be exam. Then level 3, chanting of 8 rounds. Huh? Then we'll keep a progress. Then they have to read Path of Perfection, the perfection of yoga, and Raja Vidya. They have to. Then there will be an exam for them. Then it's called Upasaka. Upasaka means level 4. One who chants minimum 12 rounds. And then they have to read Science of Self-Realization. Then level 5, Charanashraya. One who chants minimum 16 rounds. And they have to read 1st chapter to 9th chapter Bhagavad Gita. Right? And after that, Harinam Diksha. For Harinam Diksha, they have to chant 16 rounds, then read complete Bhagavad Gita and Prabhupada Leelamrita. Okay? So please sign up, whoever is in which stage, those who are chanting at least one round. So these are the cards, sadhana card. Huh? So that then the database will be maintained, then your progress will be monitored. Okay? So once you chant one round, then you have read that book, then you are making progress. Then when you wanted to chant 4 rounds, then again you sign up this.
Total 6 stars.
Yeah.
First level 6.
Sign up the card. Okay, Prabhu, now I have reached 4 rounds. Then they will sign another, card. And, like that. Is it clear? Huh?
We will be giving this card to you and one of your star. So you will be carrying this with you and you will be taking signature of Ramru Prabhu here, whoever is under. So and you will be having this card. Whatever the level you cross next stage, then you will be getting another card, another level. Like that we have 6 stars.
6 levels.
6 levels. I'm displaying.
Yeah.
Level 1, Shada 1. So it is mentioned minimum rounds. So you can chant more also, but standard is for Sevak.
Sevak. If you want to be called Sevak, you chant 1 round. Then, after that,
Sadak.
Sadaka, 4 rounds. Huh?
Minimum 8 rounds.
4 rounds.
Sevak 4 rounds.
4 rounds.
Next we have Sadaka, minimum 8 rounds. Then we have Upasaka, 12 rounds. Charanashriya, 16 rounds. Minimum 16 rounds.
First one is Shraddhavan, right? First one is Shraddhavan. Is it clear? Please sign up and then we will know how much progress you are making.
So recently we had made a poll in the RRDP group. So minimum rounds and maximum rounds. We'll be taking a database from it. Again, we'll having a poll again in the RRDP group. So please, every one of you, please attempt there. And
Sign up this.
we'll send you one link also. You can give your details there. And we have Prabhu Ji here, Sudarshan Madhav Prabhu. Please give your details if you are not getting connected anywhere. If you are not understood anything.
Oh, chalo, chanting करें. Vishal, you are late.